I swung by the supermarket today, and what do you know? The legendary lobster was sitting there for sale. Totally unreal, seriously. The moment our eyes met, I felt fate kick in. So I'm taking him home to join the family. I raced back home lightning fast. And here he is, the slipper lobster I just bought. Is he still alive? You okay? Yeah, he's breathing, but he's clearly low on energy. His legs are dangling loose and he looks totally drained. He's really weakened, so I'm dropping him into salt water right away. I've made some seawater. Wait, will this fit? Whoa, he's absolutely massive. Way beyond normal size. Hold on, I'll grab a styrofoam box. Sorry to cram you in this tiny spot. Let's go. Let me borrow some of the seawater from your tank, please. I'll pull it up with this pump. Pre-cycled water is way gentler on him than freshly mixed stuff, so it'll stress him a lot less. Alright guys, let's drop him in now. There. You okay? All good. Ah, his body's leaning to the side. This is really bad. Hold up, wait, what? Hang on. Oh no, please. Guess the shipping stress really knocked him out. You alright? Oh, he's up. Look at him, stand. Okay, let's give him a little aeration boost. Everybody call switch on! Slipper lobsters only ever show up when they accidentally slip into a net, or if someone snags them by freediving fishing. I've got a best buddy down in Okinawa who's a freediving fisherman, and even he says he almost never sees one. That's how crazy rare he is. I'd be crushed if he died. And yeah, he supposedly tastes amazing. Oh, relax, I'm not eating him. I'm just gonna keep rooting for him. Guys, we've been running aeration for an hour now. Do you think our little slipper lobster is alright? Honestly, ever since about an hour ago, he hasn't budged whatsoever, you know? Is this okay? Oh, wow. Is this okay? Oh, wow. Whoa, hold up. I'm soaked now. He just launched himself, right? We did it, everyone. He's clearly perked up compared with earlier. I am guessing the aeration gradually fixed his oxygen shortage. Now that he's perking back up, let me formally introduce him once again. This guy is a slipper lobster. From the top, he looks like a cicada. So in Japanese, we call him semiebi, or cicada shrimp. The English name slipper lobster comes from its shape. He looks kind of like a slipper. They live mostly in warm, shallow rocky reefs around Okinawa, southern Kyushu, and Shikoku, hiding in cracks between rocks or coral reefs by day and toddling out at night to look for food. The slipper lobster doesn't have claws, but look at his front legs. Aren't they super sharp? With that weapon, he pins down live prey or hard-shelled clams and chows them right up. Flip him over and you'll see 5 legs in a row, and the very tip of the 5th leg from his head tells you if he's male or female. Alright, right here. If the tip of that leg splits in 2, it's a male. If it stays solid, it's a female. This individual's male. See how the end clearly forks? Guys, what do you think this part of the slipper lobster is? It's actually an antenna, specifically his second antenna here. Scientists believe his antenna evolved into this flattened shape so the slipper lobster can slip easily in and out of tight rock crevices. When you hear the word antenna, you probably picture a long, thin stick, right? But for our slipper lobster, this paddle is his second antenna. Guys, check this out. Look at his antenna. Whoa! He can fold it flat to slide into rocks, and if you lift him a little, look, he raises them up to threaten. Alright, one more feature. Right at the tip of his head, he sports his first antenna. The base is orange, the tip fades into purple. Stylish, right? And if you zoom in even closer, can you see those tiny hairs sprouting? So those are called scent hairs, and their job is to pick up smells. Seriously, this slipper lobster is absolute next level awesome. Alright then, now that he's bouncing back, let's go ahead and properly set up his tank. We're starting from the base. Literally the stand that will hold the aquarium. The stand I'm using is made by Kotobuki, and it cost me 20,000 yen. And you know what? Today I feel like busting out some magic. Abracadabra. Alright, let's build this. Some magic, huh? And bam, 90 centimeter aquarium stand finished. Next, I'm gonna set the aquarium right on top of this. Boom! Tank in place. I actually ordered both the tank and the stand online. Even a budget 90 centimeter aquarium only costs about 12,000 yen, and you can figure the stand at around 10,000, so it's a pretty affordable setup overall. For a 60 centimeter setup, the cheapest tank and stand bundle is about 10,000 yen or so these days. Phew! Next up is the filter. We're going with the Eheim 2217, which costs roughly 20,000 yen, give or take. Alright, installation finished. Back when I was still clumsy, it took me about 30 minutes, but now I've got it down and can set everything up in roughly 10. We draw water up through this hose, push it through the filter from the bottom to the top, and then the clean water pours out here. It's all powered by the siphon principle. Alright, next I'm going to pour in the coral sand that will give our slipper lobster solid footing. Without coral sand, the bottom stays slick, which stresses the creatures, plus the sand trickles tiny doses of calcium and minerals into the water. Without it, crustaceans face a risk of molting failure, and because the sand hosts countless microorganisms, you end up harming overall biodiversity. The coral sand we're using today is a brand new one for me. This stuff right here. It's called Aragolive sand. I picked it up when I dropped by the aquarium shop. The regular coral sand I use runs about 3,000 yen, but this bag was 7,000 instead. The difference is you don't have to rinse this stuff, plus it's already packed with beneficial bacteria suspended in seawater. That means when you set up the tank, the parameters stabilize way faster, and over time it absolutely crushes algae compared to normal coral sand. Pricey, yeah, but totally worth it. Alright, in it goes. Whoa, so cool, wow! Alright, let's go ahead and pour some seawater in here, and to make it, I'll be using synthetic sea salt mix today. This one is called Live Sea Salt. You can pick up synthetic sea salt mix really easily at any aquarium shop or online. There are tons of different mixes, so I grabbed another brand as well. This one's called Red Sea Salt. It costs a bit more, but the ingredients are supposed to be super good. A Pricea synthetic sea salt mix faithfully reproduces the 70 plus trace elements found in natural seawater and contains remarkably few impurities. Cheaper mixes sometimes dissolve poorly in water and can make it turn cloudy though. Each brand's synthetic sea salt mix has its own formula with varying concentrations of calcium, magnesium and other ingredients. If you blend different mixes, your water chemistry can shift, raising the risk of unexpected, hard to predict problems. So try not to mix synthetic sea salt mixes from different brands. A tiny dash in a pinch might be okay, but let's really stick with a single formula. Alright then, now pour the salt into a larger bucket. Boom, 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 now we pour water right in. Then stir thoroughly so everything dissolves evenly, no clumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cooking, cooking, cooking. So, I'm grabbing the salinity meter to check the mix. I actually keep 3 on hand. If one dies, no panic. Okay, let's sink this in. It readings 1.024. Bam, that's seawater in one shot. See the thick guideline? Keep the pointer between those lines and you're set. Perfect salt water. By laying cushioning material over the coral sand like this, the water stays clear, not cloudy. Alright, tank's finally set up. Oh man, I'm seriously beyond pumped. It's still a little cloudy from the coral sand right now, but that'll settle soon and look crystal clear. Salinity's dialed in, absolutely spot on. Right now when it's still a bit chilly, an aquarium heater is essential, and this one was a gift from my good friend Ema's channel, so I'm really grateful. I'll put it to good use. See, you can tweak the dial like this. Since the ideal temperature range for keeping slipper lobsters is about 22 to 26 degrees, I'm gonna set it at 25. Alright, next up, live rock. This live rock isn't decoration, it's actually a natural filtration system. Even though it's basically the skeleton of all coral, tons of beneficial bacteria live inside and break down invisible grime. Live rock like this usually sells for about 2,500 to 3,000 yen per kilo, and this time I bought roughly 20,000 yen worth in total. In the wild, slipper lobsters spend the daytime hiding in crevices in rocks just like these. So the closer we make the tank resemble his natural habitat, the less stress he has, plus it simply gives him proper hiding spots. If the caves still feel cramped after this, I'll just grab more rock for him later. Alright, we'll start with live rock curing. Soaking the live rock in seawater for a day or so and letting the grime fall away. See, if a bunch of dead critters or gunk is stuck on there, the ammonia and other nasty readings in the tank can shoot up in no time. But I picked up a clean one at the aquarium shop today, so we're only curing it for 15 minutes. I'll hook up some aeration and let it sit another 15 to 20. Alright, 20 minutes have gone by now. Live rock's looking good. Let's get it straight into the tank. Might be a tad light on volume, but alright, done. Now we just need to slide him in, our slipper lobster. You feeling okay? I watched him while the tank was cycling and he's gradually started looking weaker though. You see that? Even his antenna movements are gradually slowing down now. Let's immediately start drip acclimating our slipper lobster. The gear I'm just using is a drip acclimation method kit bought on Amazon. Crustaceans like him are super sensitive to water quality and temperature swings, so we'll acclimate him very carefully, step by step. I stick this tube into the tank, then suck on the open end like a human vacuum. That removes the air inside and water starts flowing down the line. Fire! There we go. Okay, we'll gradually balance the water quality and temperature using this tiny volume. Alright guys, it's been an hour since then and the drip acclimation finished perfectly, so I'm gonna carefully place him into the tank right now. Whoa! Oh, this is crazy. Whoa! Oh, this is crazy! Oh shoot, what time is it? Seriously, what time is it right now? Somebody tell me! Hold on, that shocked me. He's lively, so I'll pop him in now. Alright, going in. Whoa, you okay? Oh man, easy dude. Quit thrashing, easy does it. Guys, look, our slipper lobster is in! Hold up, I swear he looks livelier than a moment ago. Wow, that's crazy, those cheeks are puffy and squishy now. Looking at him like this, the pattern on a slipper lobster is insanely well crafted. Out in nature, if he were tucked into a crack in the rocks, you probably wouldn't even notice him at first glance, right? These unique stripes and speckles aren't some random design, they're a refined survival strategy for him. In short, camouflage. Whoa! Absolutely incredible. He's coming closer. Whoa now! Look, he's got mossy bits clinging on. Whoa, feels like a slipper lobster is chewing me. It's pretty rare to see him from this angle. In the seafood market, the slipper lobster family you usually run into includes the slipper lobster himself, the sole slipper lobster, the fan lobster, and the giant fan lobster. Each one has a totally different silhouette, and every single one looks crazy cool, but this slipper lobster is by far my favorite. So, after moving a creature like this, they feel intense stress because absolutely everything, water chemistry, temperature, the entire scenery around them, changes at once. And they might ignore food or end up with indigestion and get sick. So for today, I'm switching the lights off and just watching over him quietly. Alright, I'm heading back to my parents' place for a bit to take care of the rest of the family crew. Alright, I'm back in the fish room now. Hey everyone, Daddy's home! It's me! Any replies, huh? I'm about to take care of the family now, but I unfortunately have some sad news to share with you later. First up is Kedama, our hairy crab. She's been off lately. She happens to be moving now, but up until 2 days ago she barely budged. Hairy crabs like water between 5 and 15 degrees, yet I'd set the aquarium chiller a bit high at 13 degrees Celsius for her tank. After dropping the setting to 10 degrees, she seems a little better. I wondered if she was gearing up to molt, but right before molting, she stops eating much and sucks in loads of water to push the old shell out from within, so her body puffs up. She's not puffed up at all, so I'm really worried. She's packed with meat and looks delicious, yet she doesn't look like she's ready to kick the bucket. Alright then, I'll go give her some tasty ragworms now. This is bait sold at the tackle shop. Hey, you're gonna eat? She gobbled it right up. Oh my gosh, so cute. Please stay alive forever, girl. She also loves blue swimming crabs, asari clams, and hamaguri clams. Now folks, focus on the center of your screen for our hairy crab girl's elegant poop. Just like this, we suck it out with the pump. There we go. I changed the water using a pump like this, along with one big bucket here. Next up is my lobster, Lob-tan. The toughest thing about caring for her is the amount of food she devours, which quickly fouls the water, making maintenance demanding. So I went ahead and installed a protein skimmer. It sticks the gunk to bubbles and helps keep the water quality from deteriorating over time. Basically, it starts by generating a massive amount of air bubbles inside the unit, you know? In seawater, grime naturally sticks to bubbles. The film around each bubble traps the dirt, and then those grimy bubbles glide smoothly up through this tube. As a result, the water itself stays crystal clear, while the nasty, foul-smelling foam gathers in the cup, letting you later dump out just the concentrated gunk with zero effort. If I drank it, I'd probably get high. So today I want to run a little experiment. A lobster's crushing grip can reach around 70 kilos at maximum, but since this girl is still pretty small, I'm guessing she can only muster about 40 kilos right now. Alright, I'm offering her a hard shell clam. Its shell is really thick, so cracking it is said to take the equivalent of 40 to 50 kilos of force. Can Lob-tan really crack this clam open? Let's drop the clam in! Yes, here she comes. Oh man, here she comes right now. It's still intact. Whoa, maybe her claw strength is weaker than I thought. Huh? You gave up, girl. Totally quit on me. She's trying so hard. Come on, keep going! Whoa! Did you guys see that now? She grabbed the clam like she was telling me I don't need it anymore, then literally dumped it right here. Hold on, that's hilarious. Alright, next up, I'll toss in a swimming crab. This is gonna foul the water. Here she comes, here she comes. Whoa, she's actually eating, chowing down. Now this slipper lobster is nocturnal in the wild, roaming the ocean floor night after night all by herself. If she spots a carcass, she gobbles it instantly, and if a buddy is weakened or caught molting, she'll attack her and chow down. Oh man, this water is seriously gonna get filthy. Whoa, guys, look, bubbles are exploding everywhere right now. This is insane. Oh man, whoa. It stinks. It's so smelly. Alright everyone, I've got some news to share. It's about the fan lobster tank. Sadly, our little girl has passed away. I'm honestly still processing things myself, so for now, please just watch this clip together, okay? Fan lobster, sorry I let you die, but I'll make sure you're delicious. When you're alive, you're my bestie. Once you're dead, you're dinner. That's our deal. Yum. No use moping, so I welcomed a new family member into the tank today, and here she is, our knobby slipper lobster. Okay, listen up. This girl is a straight-up rare slipper lobster. I just saw her at the neighborhood supermarket and snapped her up right away. I'm telling you, she's rarer than Shohei Ohtani whiffing 30 straight times. Her species name, knobby slipper lobster, actually comes from the distinctive little row of hump-shaped bumps sitting right on the back of her 2nd through 4th abdominal segments. Regular slipper lobsters are nocturnal, and when escaping predators, they kick into reverse with some serious power, zooming backward. Meanwhile, our knobby girl prefers to bury herself in the sand or hide under rocks, basically relying on not moving at all as her plan. She's super quiet and barely moves around. Guys, look! There's something parasitic hanging off the knobbed slipper lobster's mouth. It's not an anemone. With those stalk-like cirri, I'm pretty sure it's a barnacle relative. It's the kind of creature that uses those arms to filter plankton for food. Also, she's supposed to taste incredible, and she grows even larger than a regular slipper lobster. She still hasn't accepted food yet, so I'm absolutely going to persuade her to eat something. So yeah, I'm planning to put out more follow-up videos about her in the future. Alright, I've finished caring for the whole family, so I'm grabbing some sleep. I'll check on the slipper lobster tomorrow morning. Good night, everyone! Hey guys, I'm back. The slipper lobster looks lively. I just watched the footage again and man, he was really going wild. This is a top shell called shiitake in Japanese. When it comes to gobbling algae, hardly any other snail can beat them. Seriously, they're an absolute powerhouse. The aquarium store will be stocking tons soon, so why don't we grab about 10 later together today? They can serve as emergency rations for our slipper lobster. Whoa, he's going wild. I ordered his house online and it arrived just today. And here it is. Ta-da! Check this out, everyone. I bought a shelter at the aquarium shop. With this size, our slipper lobster should fit inside, right? What do you think? Do you like it? You need a hideout to feel calm, huh? Here we go! Up! How's this? So I set the shelter here for a minute just to see how it looked, but since the filter's intake is right in this spot, the shelter ends up blocking the circulation, so I'm gonna switch up the layout. Hey everyone, how's it looking now? Pretty sweet, right? Of course, whether he actually moves in is totally up to his mood, but he loves tight gaps, so I bet he'll head over here. I also grabbed more live rock, so that's going in next. These days, when I flip the lid off the bin of live rock, that's when I feel alive. Huge! This live rock! I bought the biggest piece for 6,000 yen. Let's drop it in too. Whoa! Look everyone! He must really like it. He's already climbing right up on top. Oh, easy now, you okay? Oh, he slipped and fell off. You move really well. Ah, everyone look! I turned away and bam, he crawled inside here. Oh man, so cute. I'm a bit relieved now. Alright folks, let's go ahead and feed this guy right away. If he doesn't eat, he could literally die, and over time he'd just get weaker and weaker, and nobody wants to see that. So first up on the menu today is a juicy clam for him to start. A slipper lobster actually wields insanely powerful jaws, and if a shellfish is on the small side, he'll just crush the shell and chow down. Mussels are his absolute favorite. He adores anything with a shell, but he'll also scavenge little fish, shrimp, sea urchins, even carrion. Hold up, can you guys see this? Look, the clam! He's going for the clam! You catching this? Wait up. Oh dang, he already cracked it. Actually, wait, he didn't just snap it. He's wedging those razor-sharp front legs between the shells and prying it open to eat. Whoa, he's munching. This footage is absolutely insane. Yes, he's eating. The slipper lobster is eating it. Ah, he grabbed it. Whoa, okay, we're catching some seriously rare footage. See how he cleverly slips his legs into that crack and tries to grab a bite? And check it out, he's sweeping for prey with this antenna. His eyes sit on top, so he can't see below. That antenna basically acts like a second eye. Oh, whoa, he pried it open. It's pretty rare to watch a slipper lobster hunt from this close, you know? And after he grabbed the food, he scuttled right back into his burrow. He's just too adorable, seriously. I'm so glad you bounced back, dude. Honestly, there was a time I feared the worst, but seeing him eat has calmed Daddy down. Alright everyone, I'm once again taking name suggestions for him here, so flood the comments with as many ideas as you like. Seriously, I'm waiting and watching for them. And finally, everybody, the little brown crab we asked you to name last time now officially has one. Thank you all for the tons of comments, seriously, that was awesome. He's really absolutely thrilled about it. So, his name is officially Peter. I mean, look at him. Those wide-spaced eyes are totally Peter vibes. And in the comments, a bunch of you suggested Peter as well. There were a few votes for Ginnen-chan too, though. Alright, that's it. Thanks so much for watching all the way until the end, everyone. We've got more episodes coming soon, so please hit subscribe and stay tuned, okay? Okay, see you in the next video. Bwah!